Oh, I am live already. What do you know? Go figure. So I can't get my green screen to work. So fuck it, huh? Start recording now. Here goes Melody, the best biscuits and gravy, with the possible exception of Too Tall Rob, just passed by the screen. Is that playing right? Okay, it is. Bye, babe. I hope you're not going to North Carolina for them teeth.
No.
Okay, good, because you ain't going to find them. Ooh, is that wrong? Oh, look at that. So typical Eric Brandt hair. You'll get over it. What do we got going on here? Hey, guys. We are getting lots of information coming out of Madison, North Carolina. And I want to show you, first of all, Madison's most wanted, but least sought. Remember that in Madison, North Carolina, justice isn't blind. It's just plain stupid. So let me show you a video from Luck Foyers. Luck Foyers Institute did this video. You go to YouTube, look up Luck Foyers Institute. Switch my screen here. Oh, what a cute little logo I have still on the screen. There we go. Luck Foyers Institute. Let's take a look at Madison's most wanted and least sought.
Hello, I'm Jay Vincent,
Sound going across?
and this is Luck Foyers Institute.
So that is Luck Foyers. I hope the sound went across. Did the sound come across? Okay, it did. Please like and subscribe to Luck Foyers Institute. Here's the link to the video we just watched. Please do like and subscribe to him. So Quiver-Lip is Madison's most wanted, but least sought. One of the things I wanted to do here today, and my friend Noli D, he's going to help us out a little bit. Noli, there is the link to the StreamYard. If I can figure this out now, most of you guys have figured out how to do StreamYard, and I have not. So this might be a learning curve as usual. As usual with Eric Brandt, everything appears to be a learning curve, mostly because I'm stupid. So we have this little article here that I'd like to point out. I'm going to throw the link in. Now, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to read some articles. We're also going to learn about the Wayback Machine today. And the reason why we need to learn about the Wayback Machine is because this newspaper has already taken down some of their articles about blind justice. And that's where Noli D is going to come in and help me out a little bit, I hope. Oh, I've got something popping up there. Oh, who is that? Oh my God, it's Noli D. Hi, babe. What am I doing here? Oh, this is what I'm doing here. Oh, that's upside down. Oh, yeah. Hi. How are you? It's great to see you. You are always fabulous. So Noli D and I have been reading some articles about Madison, North Carolina, haven't we, babe?
Oh yes.
Now,
And they're journalists. They're not. They forgot to take an ethics class, I think.
well, even that notwithstanding, I think the article that we're about to read, and I am going to read this article, and you found several others as well, right? We're going to tag team this one today.
Sounds good.
I've also, I want to read this article, Noli, and then maybe read the email that I sent back to some of his family members. You and I talked about that earlier today. I've been contacted by some of Andy Flincham's family members, and I sent back what did you say? How did you characterize my response?
Oh, it was perfect. It was so beyond perfect. I loved it. Couldn't have asked for anything better.
I believe you characterized it as a very polite asshole.
Oh, yes. Very polite asshole.
Very polite asshole. Let me read this article, and thank you so much for joining us. If I don't fuck this up, then it'll be a miracle. Let's see here. Oh, and we also, I'm adding Blind Justice to the stream. Look at that. It's Mr. and Mrs. Blind Justice. Oh, hi, my guys. God. Hi.
Hi.
Would you please tell us what your shirt says there, Blind Justice?
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. What's this one say?
This one is Ask Me About My T-Rex.
Okay, so Mrs. Justice, true or false? You sometimes dress your husband in ridiculous clothing because he just would never know.
No. I have thought about it. I have considered it. But I have not
So you've wanted to at least, huh?
Green clad with
Oh
orange.
my God. That would have been great.
So here is, and how's my audio, guys? I just finished a round of antibiotics, and the bacteria are coming back with a vengeance. So I know I'm a little hoarse this morning. Is my audio okay?
I think
You
so.
sound great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So here's this article.
Yeah.
Let me blow this up. I can't say things like blow up and bomb. These people get all fucking berserk. But we have here a picture that is titled "Local Citizens, Some Bearing Arms, Protested Against a Local YouTube Activist Tuesday at Madison's Municipal Building." Mike Nelson, known as Blind Justice, that's you. Not you, but you. Blind Justice stages videotaped encounters with police across the state and nation, and recently picketed the small town street using foul language aimed at law enforcement. So we already know from the caption of her first image that this journalist may need a little bit of ethics, but maybe not. I mean, look, this is the only unbiased news network is the Watchdog News Network. So, oh, thank you. Somebody got it. Madison. A parade of locals driving pickups belched diesel smoke, clouds, and yelled, "Leave our town!" when an activist and his wife protested on Sunday with a sign that read F -- police. Actually, I've seen the sign, and it said, "Fuck cops." Those 8 letters,
Yeah.
Fuck cops.
Yeah.
She had video. How could she not see that it was only 8 letters? Why do they always got to complicate shit? And had a song to match. Okay, now this is great. Mike, why don't you tell us what the song to match was? Let's hear it.
Oh man, it was an ode to a muse in the community and a personal muse to me. And you may recognize the song. It goes something like "Ole, ole, 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 happy fuck the cops day."
Oh, we have a duet for the billboards, ladies and gentlemen.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Exactly. Isn't it great, Noli? So maybe can we all sing it again together? Let's do it again. Ready? Ole,
Ole, ole, ole, happy fuck the cops day.
Now, vote 666 if you did not sing along with that, so that my moderators know who to drop. So Olay, olay, it's F dash 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 the police day. Wait, let me try that. Olay, olay, it's F dash 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 the police. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so it doesn't work that way. So we've got we're in the second paragraph. We've just got problems here.
Yeah.
Saying Mike Nelson, who uses the name Blind Justice in scores of YouTube videos in which he has encounters with police and other authority figures.
And with that, the police are not the primary quote unquote authority figures that I have encounters with. They're actually the minority.
That would be my experience watching your work as well. Right. The problem is that there's a difference between legitimate authority and illegitimate authority. And, legitimate authority is spanking your child or grabbing your child by the nape of the neck and pulling him in from the street. You have a legitimate authority over that child because you are the one with the superior neurology and you know how to keep them safe and you're concerned about their well-being and their future. Illegitimate authority simply throws sticks at people, or in the case of Breonna Taylor, shoots them through walls. And without proper authority, without a genuine concern for that person's well-being. So he and his wife, Christina, who's Christina? Do we have a Christina in the house? Christina? Oh, we have Christina in the house. Hi, babe. Who recorded the demonstration, that word will come important later, made a stop Sunday in front of Mayor David Meyer's home to show their sign. As Meyer's neighbors stared. Can we all stare together? So one man who saw the Nelson signs from his truck jumped out in a church clothes, demanded the couple leave the community, and offered to buy Nelson a plane ticket to another country. Be honest, did you secretly want to fly to Belgium?
I'm thinking more. Who didn't lock down? Sweden. Yeah, I think more Sweden maybe.
Okay.
Oh, Mexico.
Sweden sounds good.
I love Mexico.
I'll go to Mexico with you.
Okay.
Gavin, sign, move aside. We're going to take you to the country ourselves. So, by the way, this man in church clothes, he was a minister, wasn't he? Or was he just
that's our guess based on his demeanor.
He had a preacher voice.
He did have a preacher voice.
And I say that because it's very specific in the South. Like you can log into many of the different pastors that have a certain lilt. I don't know. It's very
or a lilt or a lisp, as the case may be. About 30 minutes later, a second man stopped his truck, cursed Nelson, and wrestled the sign from him and tore it in half. Wow, this has been captured on many a page. We're going to read this article. If you really want to read the article by yourself, I'm going to pull a John Phylax here. Go read it yourself. But here we're going to have commentary. I'd like to vector everybody to Community Leo. Yeah, Community Leo Watch. I met him when I was out in California a year ago.
Hi.
And he did a short video on.
Oh my God.
Say hi.
Oh my God, you got so big. Hi, baby. How are you?
He did. Oh, hi. Oh, thank you. I love you. I thought he did a video of this. Did I lose it? No, I know he did. Did it get taken down? Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, he does a lot of videos. Here we have Blind Justice assaulted.
A restricted preview has been approved for appropriate audiences by Community Leo Watch. Remember to open the description box and click the link.
We're going to watch this incident here.
Video recording.
All over
The slow motion rewind sound.
Hey!
Question for you. What does the word fuck mean?
What do you think it means?
You tell me what it means. You know what you are? You and her are soliciting sex. That's what you're doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
How much?
I don't know.
Oh.
But that's apparently what you're doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think you know
What
what
you're
the word
doing.
fuck means. That's
You tell me what it means.
There's a whole video you can learn.
There is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's
Let
like
me tell you what, buddy.
word of all trade.
Get out of this town. We didn't put up with it. We didn't put up with this.
Have a good
When seconds are minutes away.
Yeah. Did you just come from church? KD 576 Waited, North Carolina. Hey man. You're in public.
What's
It's
your license plate number? KD what?
KD 5766.
5766. All right.
Hey, stop! Why are you doing
Fuck you guys. Get off my shit. Oh shit. Get on my shit. You're causing goddamn pain. No matter, I'm touching this fucking time. You're on my shit. Stop stealing my shit. What are you doing? Broke my
He needs to take those pieces
No!
to get his prize. So that was Community Leo Watch. Every day. Wow, was that a great video he did there?
Mrs. Justice found the GoPro footage of that she can release here shortly once we get it, formatted right.
Oh, I cannot wait. I can't wait. You have all kinds of materials that we're all waiting bated breath for you to release, including certain phone calls from law enforcement.
Yes.
Yeah.
The following restricted preview.
Wrong one. Sorry. Okay. So here we are. Right here. 30 minutes later, a second man stopped his truck, cursed Nelson, wrestled the sign from him, and tore it in half. We'd like to know who he is, right? Have we found out who he is yet?
Which one?
The guy, the first guy in the red truck that wrestled your sign the first time.
No, she has a license plate and she thinks it's a Virginia plate. So we're only like 20 minutes from Virginia. So we think this guy came down from Virginia just to attack us. Maybe to collect the bounty. We don't know.
Maybe to collect the bounty. That would be the bounty that was offered by Kevin Neal, race car driver. I will tell you that his sponsors are being notified by numerous viewers. Thank you guys for that. We should all contact his sponsors because maybe they don't want to engender this kind of violence in our community. Usually accompanied by his wife or another videographer, Nelson travels the country and documents encounters with police, in which he routinely asserts his Fourth and First Amendment rights. You horrible, fucking miserable man.
It's just not accurate, though.
It's really not, is it?
The majority of the videos, you're by yourself.
And by design, because it's an ADA test. Like if I have obstacles or things that I find that need to be corrected, I address it with whoever the responsible party is. And if I have somebody with me that's, not necessarily keen on those issues, they miss it. So. And she's busy with kids and all kinds of other things. So she's my show at times, but not always.
Yeah, and it muddles the question apparently, right? I mean, I noticed that even with defending his activism, when there are people with him, we don't get it.
Yeah,
we just don't. It's not our world, and so it can complicate the battle there, right?
Well, not only that, but you've seen probably multiple videos where people try to get her to do things on behalf of the government, to fill out paperwork or to fill out the records request, or they'll try to get Jeff to do it on my behalf or on their behalf. Yeah. And I'm like, no. There's a specific subsection of the ADA that says that they cannot mandate a third party to interpret or to do business between me and the government. Like they have to accommodate. They can't have.
Yeah, I noticed it too with defend. Exactly, they'll try to speak to me instead of him, and no, you have to speak to that person. The purpose of these ADA laws is to maximize the ability for people with disabilities to fully enjoy life.
Yes,
I figured something out. Yay! I got one thing right, which is more than this lady got right. Since last year, Nelson, who says he is blind and a military veteran with numerous service-related maladies, has made his home a stone's throw from this small town's downtown. Boy, those are either really tiny stones or really strong rednecks. But it's not too far off. Yeah, move on. Yeah. He's made regular visits to town government meetings and engaged in what disapproving officials call, quote, stunts. They claim he designs to inflame authorities and draw viewers to his YouTube videos. Yeah. Let me tell you, I keep getting asked about how much money I make off of YouTube while I'm on the stand, and I've got a little surprise for them the next time they ask me that question. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'll tell you that it'll fuck them up.
They're just double bird.
Nelson often cites the Americans with Disabilities Act as a legal protection.
What?
Well, yeah, that's its whole purpose.
Legal. I mean, yeah.
This is a stapler. This is my head.
That's the intent of the ADA. What do you...
Hello, big red truck. We'd like to know who was in that big red truck.
Oh man.
And as a YouTube activist, has positioned himself as someone who educates authorities about the federal statute. Okay, I'm going to say that let's go out on a limb and say that this is an accurate description of what Blind Justice thinks he's doing. But based on the videos I've been watching, I would question whether or not he's being effective. And I don't think it has anything to do with the skill and adroitness of his work, and everything to do with the thick-skulled officials that claim to have authority. I'm not insulting you. I'm just saying they're just too dumb to get it, huh? Yeah. He has also ventured north to Virginia towns to engage police and other officials, and visited public utilities and city halls from here to Aberdeen, Washington. Okay, I'll give her the statement. The Nelsons did not respond to a request for comment. Do you have a response to that request for comment?
Yeah, she has not reached out to me for comment. And anybody that wants to reach out to me, all the Blind Justice contact information is on, I think, every video. We have email address and phone number in the description. Basically every video.
Again, you're wrong. Your ignorance is appalling to me. I have it on good authority that she reached out to your cited surrogate.
Oh, yeah. You want to take that one?
She messaged me on Facebook, but she messaged me on my personal page. I just simply told her I'd let Mike know that she was interested. And then I have since sent her the same information that everybody else has access to, and let her know to contact him directly, and let her know that it's at the bottom of every video. So she hasn't reached out yet, as far as I know, unless she's tried and something weird happened, but I haven't heard anything else.
And that was like right before we were going out Tuesday, right? So there was no time
when she messaged me. Yeah, that's the other thing. I did message her back. So she messaged me apparently Monday evening, and I didn't get it because we're not friends on Facebook, and I don't see those things like half the time. I don't know where they go. Sometimes I come across them, and I still am not sure how I do that. But anyway, I found it the next day and let her know I'd pass on the information. And then she messaged back and said, "Oh, I'm under a deadline. I need to hear from you guys." And I'm like, well, that was like at 11. I'm like, well, we're going to be out there at 11:30. So, you can come out then or something. I don't know the wording, but let her know where we'd be. But as far as I know, she didn't come out and talk to you.
No.
So I don't know.
I have displayed in the chat, which partially covers up Blind Justice's face and his wife's face. So sorry, you now look like a giant fuck cops logo. But it's Free Eric Brandt says Susan.Spear@Greensboro.com. So perhaps our viewers might contact Miss Spear and suggest that she has some things to fix in her article, and that Mr. and Mrs. Justice are more than happy to allow Mr. Justice to fully experience and enjoy his life, and she needs to reach out to him, not his ostensibly de facto cited surrogate. They are not the same person, and she can't say that the Nelsons did not respond to the request for comment when you in fact did. And it seems a little odd to me that she would send this information while you are actually downtown in the middle of the event.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Hold on. Cut. I've got an email to respond to. Put the guns away for just a minute, guys. Smoke a
Right. Right.
Pause.
Yeah. So there's a I don't know if you're aware of this, guys. There's a local radio station that did an interview. They actually did 2 interviews with me. One I had live on our channel, but then that was the second. The first time they did it was Tuesday evening after we got back home. I guess they had called and left messages for me, so I was responding to messages when we got back, and I called them back, and they did a live radio interview, and it's the Star News?
Yeah.
Star News Radio out of Virginia. And that first one, I think she said they may have taken it down because she couldn't find it anymore.
Yeah.
But it had the same kind of bent. It had the same kind of bias, like that they were going off of troll information rather than doing any kind of journalistic investigation themselves. And then the one outside of the police department yesterday, I think he did a fair job yesterday. So
I have it. I found it.
Star News Virginia.
Yeah.
I
have it. I'll send it.
Do you want to text it?
Every time I text it, it doesn't work. The only way I can share it is if I share it through Facebook. I'm friends with Noli on Facebook, but Eric and I aren't actually friends yet.
Yeah, send it to Noli.
Yeah, nobody on Facebook is a friend of mine. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I sent it over to Noli.
You sent it to Noli. Noli, do you know how to share your screen? You want to throw that up for us?
I need you guys to
but
give me a tutorial.
not to derail what you're going with the article. I was just saying that there was to point out that if this lady who wrote the article really wanted to get in contact with me, she could have, just like the guys from the radio station did twice, like within a couple of years.
Yeah, no, I saw it. So the video clips that he used, I had people call me, oh my God, they're using your footage from your channel. So first of all, it was just because it was published on my channel. It doesn't mean that I was doing it. All the credit for that broadcast goes to Friends in Code and Otto the Watchdog. And so then they're like, they're stealing his footage and blah, 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 blah. Oh, Noli D has this up. Let's throw this up there. But as a matter of fact, Otto sent them the footage. So pretty biased. Let's see. Do you have audio, Noli?
Yeah, I do. I just was waiting for you to tell me you were ready for me to hit play.
Okay, yeah. So I want to tell you that I was really impressed, actually, with the guy that he bothered to come out and interview you in person after that. So where my thoughts on his credibility had tanked when I saw this video, they came back up when he went all the way to North Carolina. Now remember, Virginia and North Carolina are very far apart. The distance separating them at the state line is precisely 0 angstroms. So it's true.
Right.
But no, it definitely raised my credibility thoughts on him. So Noli, hit.
Back to breaking news here at Star News. Charles Rourke here at Star News, and we've been talking about blind justice going on in Rockingham County. We'll lower that lower third. We believe we've got, he won't give us his name. Is this blind justice?
Yes, it is.
Why won't you give us your name?
You guys don't need it. More people know me by blind justice than they do by any kind of legal name.
So, but I'm just curious. It would seem like to me if you were legitimate, you would give us your name.
Okay, you can have that opinion if you want.
All right, what are you doing in Madison? Because we've been watching this video. It's bizarre looking. It looks like the folks there in Madison don't want you there, and you refuse to leave. Have I got the story right or not?
I have no idea what other people want, but I'll tell you what I'm doing there.
Okay, tell me.
So this week is declared by the town aldermen as Constitution Week, September 17th through the 23rd.
Okay.
And in that, the mayor has part of the proclamation. He's encouraging people to go out and exercise rights that are enumerated in the Constitution, and even has a part where he says that rights that are lost cannot be regained. So that's where we started with Sunday. We went for a little walk with the sign, just one sign. and we had an angry mob come out and get physical and attack, batter, steal my property, and then stalk and harass us throughout town. And so people saw that on the internet, and it kind of went crazy all over the world, and a whole bunch of other people wanted to come out and continue to express constitutional rights today. So that's what we did today.
Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
You're not. I mean, I did see some Trump signs there. Are the Trump supporters against you?
No, I think there's some people that were out with us that support Trump, and there are some people that said that they were against us that support Trump. So
right now, I'm learning about this story. I've been covering it for 2 hours, so there is some things I don't understand about this. The supporters that we're seeing in the tape, is it more pro people for you there, or more people against you?
Oh, definitely more people. So that's the thing. I don't know. There was very little room for dialogue because a lot of people yelling and things like that. And whenever we had dialogue, there's a lot of common ground. So it was really hard to find out if they were actually supportive of what the message was. And
was your group supporting using the word "F the police"?
Yeah. That was one of the signs had that, and there's some others that.
Do you support that kind of communication?
Yeah, it's freedom of speech.
All right, but I think do you understand how that comes across to the normal public? That looks like yes, it's freedom of speech. However, it seemed very vile. It's looked upon.
That's the point. That's the point of freedom of speech. Like if the First Amendment is supposed to be there to help protect unpopular speech, not popular speech. If it's popular speech, it doesn't need protected.
All right, but can you see why people are not friendly with you in Madison? Do you understand that? Are you trying to stir them up? Because
it just shows that people have lack of understanding of what the Constitution says and what the amendments say.
Right. I mean, we had people on our call-in show today say that you go all over the country and do this. You try to stir up things, stir up business. Have you attacked the businesses there with saying they're not following all the laws? Is that something you've done?
No.
Okay. So that's okay. So, but the tale is y'all stir up things and then get lawsuits going. Is that accurate or not?
That is inaccurate. We have not done any of that with private businesses, and we have not sued anybody. There's
right.
No active lawsuit.
Well, where is what is Madison doing wrong? Why are you there? What's this? What is it the police? Who's doing something wrong in Madison that would cause you to be concerned?
Yeah, so on February 21st, my wife and I were attacked by a Madison police officer by the name of Keith Denfield, and his backup was Matthew Michael. And they had backup from a neighboring town from Maiden, had two officers. So I was just out with her as a Friday
What day was that?
9:30 p.m.
What date was that? You know what day that was?
Friday, February 21st. Friday, February 21st.
Right. Now, do you live in Madison now?
I live wherever I am. So I kind of go about pretty nomadic. I have friends all over the world. So.
Somebody said you had a $100,000 house in Madison that you bought.
What's that?
They said you purchased a $100,000 house. Is that accurate or not?
It may or may not be accurate.
Okay. All right. What's your end game here? What are you trying to do to the folks about? Is this something you're going to do every day? What's the end game?
Well, so in that instance, I was trying to tell you on February 21st that the cops had no probable cause. They had no reasonable articulable suspicion. It was just man and wife sitting together enjoying a Friday night. And the cops demanded ID and threatened to smash out my wife's window about 25 times before eventually she rolled the window down, and they pulled us out by force and put us in handcuffs. There was no crime being committed. They couldn't articulate a crime that they suspected us of.
So ever since this day, you've been hanging out in Madison? Is that the way it works?
No, I go all over the country.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. But is Madison your hometown now?
We've been trying to get Madison Police Department to fix, this issue and to correct this. That officer is still working for the police department.
Right.
So this is the problem with America, is that when police break the law and they trample on the Constitution, who holds them accountable? Usually they say they investigate themselves, and most of the time they say there was no wrongdoing. And we try to hold the cops accountable when they break the law.
All right.
And when we make efforts to have them come into compliance and have the police chief do it or have the mayor do it, and they continue to cover for them. We have the sheriff's department do it, and they cover for them. The DA's office covers for them. The local judges cover for them. Then we take to the streets and protest.
When is your next protest?
Probably coming up soon.
Today or tomorrow?
Maybe both.
Okay. All right. Well, we'd like you to let us know when you are, because we'd like to kind of go and cover a little bit of it to see how this operates.
Yeah. Can I text? What number can I text? I'll let you guys know.
Daniel, I'm gonna let you talk to him off the air. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna give you the number to text.
All right.
Okay. All right. Now, people are telling us you're Mike Nelson. Will you agree to that or not?
I will not agree to that.
All right. All right. Hold on. All right. All right. Line 2, go ahead and give me my cell number and tell them to text me. You just watched it there. We've had a chance to talk to Blind Justice on the phone, and we're going to be playing that. Folks in Madison will be able to see that very soon. We are in Martinsville, Henry County right now, but kind of an amazing thing going on there where these continued protests continue there in the streets. We saw it in Portland. We saw it in Chicago. We've seen it in Seattle, but it looks like it's getting really close to home. I'm Charles Rourke, breaking news here on Star News.
Okay, so if you two would quit playing kissy face there. Oh, it switched automatically. Oh, hi. Wow, huh? I mean, it doesn't matter what your name is. It doesn't matter where you live. It looks to me, I'm no man, but it looks to me like you're living inside your body.
What's that
Right.
like how much your house is? What kind of fucking question is that?
We're muted.
No, we are unmuted.
You're unmuted.
Yes, I don't know how much money we paid for the house has to do with anything.
You know what's funny is that I can tell you how much money Andy Flincham paid for his house in 2006 because it's all public record, and yes, people sent me all of his transactions. So yeah, we have that. I mean, it's just public record.
Yeah. To his credit, the man did a lot better job yesterday out in front of the police department.
Yeah. I haven't seen them air that yet, though. If you guys have a link for the new interview, shoot it to me because I haven't found it yet.
Oh, when you did your interview with a journalist yesterday?
Yeah, that same guy was out in front of the police department yesterday.
Yeah, it was on your channel. Did you take it down?
I think it might be set to private.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we can put it back up if you want.
We can.
A number of people asked me where that link is, and I don't control your channel, so
Yeah.
I mean, I thought maybe you were going to let him do his story rather than take his views. I've done that with some of my local journalists, where I'll 2 weeks to publish my version of events so that they can get their statistics.
Yeah.
Leave it down. No.
Yeah, we can leave it down. Let him get his posted, and then afterwards put it back up.
So there you go, guys. If you want to know more about that story, then it's a journalistic courtesy to sometimes do that, and we're all in this together. So we're going back to this article here. We're at the paragraph where he makes regular visits to town government meetings and engages in what disapproving officials call, quote, stunts. Nelson and his supporters, however, argue that they're serving a vital purpose, educating authorities and the public about guaranteed citizens' rights. That's balanced. Nelson often cites the Americans' Disability. Oh, I missed that paragraph before, didn't I? I did miss a couple paragraphs. There we go. Sorry. Sunday's protest by the Nelsons inflamed indeed, bringing about 20 trucks full of irate counter-protesters to town. Quote, "We're God-fearing country boys," said Taylor Haynes, 27, a lineman from nearby Stoneville, who I will add has a criminal record, according to my research, who stood near Nelson with a huge sign. Haynes held his poster that read, quote, "Do you like our town now? Have you learned?" And it was funny because he didn't spell learned correctly, and he kind of had to fit the E in. Have you learned your drama S-DT doesn't work here? Leave! Exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. By the way, I hate exclamation points. They're banal. If you have to use an exclamation point, you didn't get your point across. That's how I've always kind of felt. But in today's world of emoticons, I suppose they're okay.
So Eric, on that note, like a paragraph up, she says that about 20 trucks came to town, and that's probably accurate. And so to kind of, we were going to do a video on our channel, we probably still will, about our read on the town of Madison, that the angry mob does not reflect the town of Madison in our estimation. That a lot of these people were actually quote unquote outside agitators, like they claim about us. But they, like in her article, she identifies this Taylor guy is from being from Stoneville, and we know that Andy Flincham is out from Stokesdale, and we have all these guys that are coming from neighboring towns or neighboring counties to come attack me and her. So.
And let's take a look at Lindley Plumbing.
Yes, in Walkertown.
Walkertown, that's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lindley Plumbing is in Walkertown. And I realize that all these little hollers are sort of together over there. There are more hollers than there are teeth. But what? So they have bad definition. It's not an insult. It's a fact. The facts are neither nice nor not nice. They just are. These people came to town. I will also confide in you guys that I have had numerous conversations with local businesses that I called to inform them that there would be some rather a bunch of kid-friendly demonstrations with chalk and balloons and banners in front of their stores, teaching every child in their jurisdiction how to lift their middle fingers and say "fuck the cops" as part of our free public education campaign. And I mean, one person, she goes, "Oh my God, don't tell my manager, but that's fucking hysterical. I love it." Okay, so the townspeople actually were outraged by how you were treated, and I think it's important for everybody to know that. For their protection, I won't tell you who all these people were, because I think that it's pretty clear that they could be in danger.
And you're hitting on something right here. You're hitting on a nerve right here, Eric, and that's exactly what this thing on Sunday was to expose. It was a simple exercise of the First Amendment. It wasn't trying to inflame anything. It was simply to say that this is free speech. Like, this is, everybody has the right to say whatever they want. And the reaction showed, how people react to somebody truly expressing themselves. But I think because we had such an angry mob and all the violence that came down on us, that shows that the people that agree with us, they already know that. They already know that that's the state of affairs. That if they actually spoke their mind, if they actually spoke what's in their heart, and you exercise their free speech, that they'd have an angry mob at their back.
Mm-hmm. It's dangerous.
And I mean, that was reflected by this person holding the phone up to her mouth and saying, "Oh my God, don't tell my manager, but that's fucking hysterical," right? I mean, they know that they can't speak out, and they proved that, right? So we're God-fearing country boys. I'm going to throw in my religious thread here. I don't usually do that, but this is Richard Dawkins.
All right.
Do you know Richard Dawkins?
Yeah.
All right. Here's a quote by Richard Dawkins from his book titled "The God Delusion."
The best candidate, I suppose, for strident in The God Delusion, maybe the only one, is the opening 2 sentences of chapter 2. The God of the Old Testament is arguably the most unpleasant character in all fiction.
Yeah.
Jealous and proud of it, a petty, unjust, unforgiving control freak, a vindictive, bloodthirsty ethnic cleanser, a misogynistic, homophobic, racist, infanticidal, genocidal, filicidal, pestilential, megalomaniacal, sadomasochistic, capriciously malevolent bully.
So it's a wonder people that espouse to worship that kind of character, or it's no wonder rather that they espouse to worship that kind of character are violent individuals.
And they demonstrated this, right? Haynes held his poster that read, quote, "Do you like our town?" Actually, this quote is not correct, is it? Does anybody remember what the sign actually said?
I think it might be on our stream somewhere, but I don't know what it said exactly.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the sign started out with "fuck blind justice."
I don't think that one did.
That one didn't. Okay, that was a different
There was
one.
another really large sign, another giant cardboard sign that they pulled out when I was out there on Sunday. That was "fuck blind justice," something, something, something. That's what they brought up when Preacher Man was yelling at us about the F word on our sign, but he didn't say anything to the kid that came over with F word on his sign. Yeah.
So I had, when I was in the Denver jail about 3 years ago, I had filed some grievances and they rejected them because I had obscenities, right? And it violated the rules. So they just rejected the complaint outright because it had an obscene word in it because I called them fuckleberries. So we went back and forth on this for a long time. And I said, I'm going to need to have a list of so-called prohibited words so that I can know in advance which language specifically will result in grievance fatality. Right. For example, you don't seem to have a problem with the word dingleberry. So is it the word dingle? Is it the word berry? Is it the word fuckle? Or is it the specific combination of fuckle plus berry, which trips your trigger? So they rejected it for obscenity. So he says, I saw the Nelsons, were basically holding a sign that said F the cops in this little town. Yeah. I don't personally know every cop here, but I know they are small hometown cops. Okay. He doesn't know these cops personally because he doesn't live here. Right? He lives in Stoneville. But I know there are small hometown cops, and they have our back. Yes, with a full metal jacket. Make no mistake, they will shoot you in the back, and be proud of it. Haynes said by phone Sunday night as he organized with other locals to mount a second protest against Nelson on Tuesday. Organized. Put those words in your head. Organized crime. Mm-hmm. Organized crime. Organized crime. Okay. So we know that Taylor Haynes, 27, a lineman from Stoneville, is one of the organizers. How you like me now, motherfuckers? Mm-hmm. The police department has sought to build bridges with minority residents over the past couple of years by enlisting a popular black pastor and alderman, Reverend William Phillips, as the department's token nigger.
Right. I was just thinking. Right?
Right? I'm sorry, but this is a racist statement and it deserves racist shock and awe.
Yeah.
We cannot divorce ourselves from racial inequality until we have these serious discussions using the actual phrases. And for the record, I am not a racist in any way, and I only use that word when I think it's appropriate to engender the proper dialogue that it needs. So by making this statement, they stated that they enlisted the token. He's the token.
It's a statement that there's a difference between humans based on the color of their skin.
Absolutely. It is a ridiculous statement. So those of you who are offended by my statement, I'm glad you were offended by my statement. Mm-hmm. The purpose of the statement was to offend you because this statement is even more offensive than my characterization of it.
Yeah.
This statement, it has permeated our culture. My word has not permeated the culture. This statement right there is an expression of what is wrong with America today.
Yep.
I'll like tank on my ratings for after that, but I'll get over it. Newly tapped. Oh, I'd like to tap that. Newly tapped Jason. Whoa, Eric. Hold on.
He's getting tape out. You can't do it. Can't continue the show with tape on your mouth.
Ah, it's just so frustrating. Newly tapped Chief Jason White says his 18-member department has worked to develop ties with TOW residents, spelled T-O-W, not T-O-E. Now, I like to use the visual thesaurus. Subscribe to the visual thesaurus. This is great. This is not so great if you can't see it, but we'll try to describe it for you. Let's look up the word tow. Oh, let's just try it for now because I have to sign in. The act of hauling something as a vehicle by means of a hitch or rope. Oh, there it is. The verb is to drag behind.
Cool.
So, oh my goodness. Wow. To pull along heavily like a heavy load against a resistance. Okay. The journalist may have, in fact, used the correct word. Oh, wow. That's digressing quickly. I think for the most part, Madison is one of the best little towns, said White, saying he's trained his officers not to react emotionally to provocations by the Nelsons or other activists.
Wow. Specifically trained not to react to us, huh? Is that what it is?
That's what it says. And I have no reason to believe that Susan is misquoting anybody. But
you know, if in fact we are the Nelsons, which, you know, we may or may not be.
Do you mind if I ask you, are you Mike Nelson? I've heard other journalists ask you this question, and I just want to know if there's any chance at all that I'm going to get a different response.
So the answer I gave yesterday was I took a page out of MLK when he said that we should judge people not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And a name is just another skin. It's literally the title of the book. It is
literally the title of the book. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And so I'm not partial to names. Like I don't really care for them. If you want to judge me, judge me by my words and my actions.
The name Fuckleberry I'm particularly fond of.
Yeah.
I need to take a short segue here that is completely unrelated to anything we're doing, except that she was there all fucking day yesterday and she was on fire. Can we get a link to SC Swamp Fox, please? She's in our chat. Babe, I would switch to the other team for you, hon. Oh my God. What a fucking genius she is. So Swamp Fox, SC Swamp Fox has 448 subscribers. She was on fucking fire yesterday. Wow. Amazing. What an amazing thing. And I cannot wait, Swamp Fox, South Carolina Swamp Fox. I cannot wait to see your body gear, your camera. She's there with that camera. Wow. On fucking fire. If you don't think she was on fire, I want you to vote 7 right now in the chat so that my moderators know who to block.
Did you catch the part? I think one of the guys, I think it might have been DC Accuracy or Carolina Guardian, told me what she was doing across the street. She's like, hey, Swamp Fox just pulled out some Preparation H for that officer.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, oh my God, she brought butter cream. That's awesome. You had us in stitches over here. It was just fucking amazing. That's amazing. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for all of you that were there. And a particular soft spot today is for SC Swamp Fox. If you haven't subscribed to her yet, you can go ahead and leave this channel. All right, that's how it's going to be. I'm giving you the ultimatum. I think for the most part, Madison is one of the best little towns. Oh, whatever. Local people. Here, you guys. This statement right here. Sorry, let me move the banner off of your face again. There we go. Wait, there. Yeah, maybe whatever. Let me try this. I think I can do this and then add her. There we go. Now the banners go across Noli D's face instead. You don't think I would put it over my own, do you? Don't be ridiculous.
You're too pretty. Don't cover your face. Gosh, no.
I didn't shave. I did use the clippers though. See,
you look beautiful. You really do.
Fucking shaving. I hate Facebook more than I hate shaving, but they're running pretty close. Local people care about our law enforcement, and our community's not going to put up with that, Haynes said. Enough is enough, and we're not playing anymore. They hardly played at all, right? These cowards quit the game real fucking early. Local people care about our law enforcement. He's not local. He's from Stoneville.
Yep.
And if you think, Madison, North Carolina, that this is a game, y'all done fucked with the wrong bitch today. I did notice that they took down their videos, they took down their Facebook pages, they privatized their friends' networks. Yeah, you know why they did that? Because them rednecks be running scared. That's why.
They went all out. They really did.
And Noli and I have found, and others, many of you guys have, wow, if you think we don't know who you are, what's that guy? What's the link to that guy in Houston that said, we've got your number? Say again? Joe Grivaldi? Yeah, I think it's... Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's hope this is the right one.
Brave men and women. But now I want to speak on behalf of the 5,200 brave men and women of the Houston Police Department and the other
the two brave men and women of the Madison community. You know who they are. They're sitting right there together. Come on, give us a kiss. Those would be the ones.
800,000 police officers that are working these streets every single day, putting their lives on the line. We are sick and tired of having targets on our back.
Then stop putting them there.
We are sick and tired of having dirt bags trying to take our lives when all we're trying to do
I just can't even respond to that.
Is protect this community and protect our families. Enough is enough. And if you're the ones that are out there spreading the rhetoric that police officers are the enemy, well, just know we've all got your number now. We're going to be keeping track of all of y'all, and we're going to make sure that we hold you accountable every time you stir the pot on our police officers. We've had enough, folks. We're out there doing our jobs every day, putting our lives on the line for our families. Enough is enough.
Families.
Right. It's the line.
Yeah, putting their lives on line for their families.
For their family, not your family.
Right.
Oh, no.
I didn't see anything on there that involved your family.
Yeah.
Right. So let me go ahead and remind everybody what we're here for. Because one of the things that we need to do is we need to identify Quiver-Lip.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Jay Vincent, and this is Luck Fawyers Institute.
Thank you, Luck Fires Institute, for that.
We'll work for possum. That's great.
You what?
I didn't know what they said the first time around, but she read them to me this time, and I love the "we'll work for possum."
We'll work for. So, enough is enough. Our community's not going to put up with that. By that, we mean free speech, right? That's what they mean. Because this was, hard to find. Yeah, bigger bootlickers, right? They're running skirt. That's right. I know that was totally awesome. Please subscribe to Luck Fires Institute. The Luck Fires, put your link in the description for us, in the chat for us, please. I'd appreciate that. Tuesday saw more unrest. Okay, this is unrest. I mean, this is over words, people. Words printed on a sign. By midday Tuesday, Haynes and dozens of other police supporters roared into Madison with engine headers huffing. Here's the statement of the century here today, guys. Their goal, to squelch Nelson's message. A message which echoes the call of recent protests nationwide against police brutality. Oh, you mean his message of great public concern on a public passageway, public right-of-way, Madison, North Carolina, where these bloosh bags refuse to do an investigation into crimes because the blind man can't positively identify his assailants, and they're not allowed to use YouTube videos? Guess what, Madison? Fuck your police. Fuck your police. No justice, no peace.
Fuck the police.
You guys should go on the road with that.
We tried.
We had our own, smoke and fireworks display.
Pyrotechnics.
Yeah. Even like a mosh pit at one point.
So I want, if anybody is in any way, people like Twisted Silver Tongue have published videos depicting Eric Brandt as having the biggest balls of them all. And I want to let you guys know that I must renounce that title. Your balls are made of pure unobtainium, and you have nerves of steel. And I would not do what you have done over there. I wouldn't do it. I would be running scared myself. You guys are fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Oh, I don't have you guys. There you guys are. How cute is that? Most drivers sported Trump flags alongside thin blue line flags to show solidarity with the police. I got a Trump flag. Want to see my Trump flag? I'm a little trepidatious about displaying it because I'm in fear of retaliation. I think I have it here. I did publish it on I did publish this picture on a certain person's Facebook post, Andy Flincham, but he took the whole fucking thing down. Here's my Trump flag. Trump 20 forever. Don't trump our rights. Fuck Fuhrer Tramp. That's what I have to say. So, but what was great is that most drivers sported Trump flags alongside thin blue line flags. What this means is that if you're a Trump supporter, then you engender lynching blind men for peaceful, silent, solitary picketing. This is, in fact, the state of our nation. If you love Trump, you would gleefully, on live television, kick a blind baby over a bridge. Don't like it? Too fucking bad. Those be the facts. Those are the facts. You don't have to like my speech. And if you're on my channel, you actually don't even have to tolerate it. But if you're the government, you do. Okay? If you're on a public street, you do. You do. And it just said fuck cops. It wasn't like the depiction of extracting fetuses from police.
Yeah. Eric, did you hear it? It was the first live when it was her and I at that corner. I think it was after the preacher man was up raising hell. It was the first time the police came up to us.
Like that.
Yeah. It was a Scott Smith, quote unquote, sergeant with Madison PD. He came over and like barely hear the guy, but finally he grew a little bit of a pair and started to raise his voice and he said, well, there's your sign contains profanity and we can't have that. I'm like, it's free speech, like it's covered in the First Amendment. Like, and we start to have this little dialogue. And he's like, well, you can't be speaking it or you can't be yelling profanity. I'm like, oh, you mean like fuck the cops is free speech? Like my response to him was like, well, oh, you mean like fuck the police? That's free speech.
Yeah, exactly.
And he just kind of walked away.
And I did you had some pretty positive interactions out there that day as well. I don't really see that depicted in this article.
Yeah.
Several anti-Nelson demonstrators.
Anti-Nelson.
Anti-free speech.
Right. It's like not even a belief or a system or anything. It's a what?
Specific. Yeah, it just tells you like the specific targeting, like you said, the organized crime.
Absolutely specific targeting. And here's what I think is interesting is now we're not going to go out fuck copsing in public. We're going to go out Nelsoning in public, apparently.
Yeah.
Several anti-Nelson demonstrators carried assault rifles, handguns, or knives at their side as they gathered to criticize Nelson outside the town's municipal building on North Market Street.
Yeah, great.
North Carolina displaying weapons at a demonstration statute. From the North Carolina criminal law, it says here, GS 14-277.2 prohibits the possession of firearms and other dangerous weapons at parades or demonstrations on public property. It shall be unlawful for any person participating in, affiliated with, or present as a spectator at any funeral, parade, picket line, or demonstration upon any public place owned or under the control of the state or any of its political subdivisions to willfully or intentionally possess or have immediate access to any dangerous weapon. Wow. Well, I suppose that law has been nullified by the fact that they didn't prosecute a single person for that crime.
Yeah, if you want to look up another statute, what is it?
NCGS 14-277.
That's what we just looked up.
.3A.
.3A?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not what we just looked up. Yeah. Oh, exactly. Stalking. This little symbol, by the way, is called the section. It's section. And if you have multiple sections, you just do two of those little section markers. The legislative intent. The General Assembly finds that stalking is a serious problem in this state and nationwide. Stalking involves severe intrusions on the victim's personal privacy and autonomy. And this, at its core, became an autonomy question, didn't it? It is a crime that causes long-lasting impact on the victim's quality of life and creates risks to the security and safety of the victim and others, even in the absence of express threats of physical harm. Stalking conduct often becomes increasingly violent over time. The General Assembly recognizes the dangerous nature of stalking as well as the strong connections between stalking and domestic violence, and between stalking and sexual assault. Stalking and sexual assault, I'm reasonably sure that Gramps pulled out a dildo and they were going to put it in your mouth.
Yeah, and then you have Mr. Andy Flincham, the sexual predator that was stalking.
That's right. That's right. Well, I haven't confirmed that we have the right Andy Flincham, but I'm practically certain that we do. I would say that the odds are certainly better than average. Therefore, the General Assembly enacts this law to encourage effective intervention by the criminal justice system before stalking escalates into behavior that has a serious or lethal consequence. To encourage effective intervention, you were begging for it.
You want to play that audio clip of the phone call? You can do it if you want to, Eric.
Oh, yeah, let me pull it up. I will pull that up. Let me just, it was in my email.
How far are you on that video, by the way, with Worf?
Worf, yeah, that's his name. Worf. I thought you sent that to my email. Did you send it to my phone? Oh, I found it. Hold on, I have this camera rig right in front of my eye here. I'll go ahead and play Worf.
You can hear this. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious about that process. I was trying to talk to the magistrate.
Okay. Just to update on the 2 cases that you filed.
Yeah.
They are being closed at this time due to leads exhausted to identify the suspects. I was able to contain video of the incident that happened yesterday. We was unable to identify the subject. If you identify them and able to issue warrants or get warrants issued, just let us know so we can see if they live inside the city so we can serve them on that person, okay?
Yeah, we identified him as Roy. I think I gave the name to Strader last night. Roy something or other. Did you get that information?
Okay, yes, sir. Since it was simple assault and just damage to property, which is just misdemeanors.
No. It's actually a felony.
Yes,
it's
misdemeanors.
No.
When it did not happen in the presence of an officer.
It's a larceny.
You'd be able to attain them once yourself if you're able to locate.
Or felony. It's felony larceny when somebody steals something off somebody's person. That's felony larceny.
Okay. In both instances, you had the signs still in your hands.
No, I only had. I had part. I had no. No.
So at this time, it's just damage to property.
No, it's
and
not.
Assault, which is simple misdemeanor issues.
No, sir.
Like I said, if you're able to locate them, subjects' names, you are able to take warrants out on them subjects. Okay.
Well, it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot.
If you let us know the subject, and if they're leaving town, we will go serve them warrants on them subjects. Okay.
So it'd be a lot easier to identify the perpetrators of the crimes if you would have detained them and done an investigation, but you failed to do your duties. Even though the crimes happened in your vicinity and you had video evidence to verify, and you had Lieutenant Handy as a witness as to Mr. Roy, I think it's Reedley or whatever his name is, Junior, the name we gave you, like Mr. Handy is a witness to him following me around the corner. So you had all the ability in the world to do a proper investigation and to identify this man.
For the updates of the incident and where we are on the case. If you are able to obtain warrants on them subjects, just let us know, and we'll go see if we can serve them if they live inside the city.
Okay, what about the stalking and harassment that we reported on Sunday?
The stalking and harassment?
Yeah.
That wasn't the issue at the time. I'm calling you on the issues that you served with me. The two incidents that you reported me, I'm calling you in reference to that. Okay.
I reported that to you and Scott Smith in front of the police department. The stalking and harassment.
Riding down the road is not harassment. I explained that to you that day.
No, I think you need to look up the state statute.
I tell people they cannot ride down the road, Mr. Nelson.
That's not what we're alleging. We're alleging that the people that were chasing us, their specific intent, and there's evidence of their intent and them recording it, and we have that evidence. Their intent was to chase us around town and to stalk and harass us. That is their intent. It's their own words.
It's misdemeanor. And if you have their names and stuff that you can press charges on there, you can happily go down to the magistrate's office and take warrants out, okay?
So you did not do a report on that, even though we reported it to you?
Sir, they were not harassing you. That was in my presence, and they was not harassing you. They was going down the road like me and you was.
What was their purpose? What was their purpose for?
I'm just giving you
What
the
was?
information I got right now. If I can help you with anything else, just let us know.
Yes,
okay?
right. You can help me right now. I'm trying to figure out what was their purpose.
Explain that right now, Mr. Nelson. That's all I got to say for you right now. You have a good day.
No, you just said if you can help me. I'm trying to get you to help me right now.
I'm telling you, I can. If you, the harassment thing is not nothing I can handle right now, because that wasn't harassment.
Okay, what was their purpose for being on the road and following us around town?
I can't hear you, Mr. Nelson.
What was their purpose for following us around town? What was their purpose for sitting across the street of the police department when we were trying to file a report? What was their purpose?
I assisted you into your
No,
house.
no, you have not.
I advised you what I was going to do.
You're refusing to assist. This is more dereliction of duty, Worf. This is more of why people are here. This is why the cities and the country is on fire. Is because of you, Worf. It's for people like you and what you're doing.
I'm trying to assist you the best way I
No,
can.
you're not. No, you're not.
If you need anything else,
You are.
just let us know.
You are a liar. You are a liar and a criminal. And you will lose your qualified immunity, and you will lose your job.
Okay, Mr.
No,
Nelson?
you have not been helpful.
Well, I assist you and investigated the best of my abilities and got the footage and everything.
Are you an investigator?
I was able to make a suspect, identify a suspect, okay?
Are you an investigator with the police department?
You have a good day, Mr. Nelson.
Are you an investigator? He still hasn't answered that question.
You have a good day, Mr. Nelson.
Wow. Do you have any feedback on that? I mean, it says right here that their goal was to squelch Nelson's message. Their goal was to get him to leave. Have you learned your drama doesn't work here? Have you learned your lesson?
Yeah. The anti-Nelson demonstration, right? Very clearly targeting, very clearly following us around, even after we no longer had possession of a sign. I had a stick.
Mm-hmm. It was like an hour and a half.
I had a stick. So, yeah, you want to say hi?
Uh-huh. Can you say hi, Noli?
Hi, friends.
Hi, handsome.
This one's Nora. She's so big now.
Oh my God.
That's Eric.
Give me that baby back.
Hi. How do I do that?
Oh, say hi, Eric.
I can't figure out how to put her up there. There it is. Hi, baby.
Okay, play downstairs?
Go play. I'm reading for
I need to stop growing. That's it.
Oh.
Something.
So,
sorry. She wants to be part of the chat.
That's fine. That's fine.
You broke her
It's right.
heart, man.
This is, I mean, this is serious shit. You're not just some asshole on the street. You're an asshole on the street that also happens to have a family whose address was repeatedly broadcast in a lynch mob of numerous vehicles moving from out of town.
And and he continued to encourage people to go here, to go to this address.
And they committed crimes by displaying weapons.
Right. So so the stalking harassment, I think you heard in the audio there with Worf, where he said, "It was in my presence." He said, "It was in my presence." And it's like, I didn't see any stalking. I'm like, okay, then why did they follow me to the police department? Why were they parked across the road? He said, well, they were going down the road just like I was. Like, right. And what were you doing, Worf? You were following me to my house.
Yeah. Worf was supposed to be protecting you, and he wasn't. They were out to get you. They're describing your security features of your home. They know so much about you and your home that they know they can't go to your house and do something about it because they'll be caught on camera. When they go to steal that sign from you, Andy Flincher was like, you better put your masks on, boys. Put your masks on. Right? What does he mean by masks? Well, I'll show you what he means. I happen to have an authentic copy of one of their masks. And I know you don't believe me, but believe me, I'm going to show it to you right now.
Well, why you find that? Just to reiterate, like Worf admitted, like they were going down the road like I was. That's what he said, like I was. Well, what were you doing, Worf? You were following me to my house. So if you're saying that they were doing what you were doing, then yes, you're admitting that they were harassing and stalking, that they were following me to my house. They had no legal purpose to follow me to my house.
Legal Eye Freedom says it's a modern day lynch mob. And what I have displayed on the screen is a red KKK hat sewn into a red ball cap with, and it says, make America hate again. And it says MAKA, MAKKA, MAKA, not MAGA, but MAKA.
Yeah.
Make America hate again. So here is official headgear of the North Carolina lynch mob. And that was, so when Andy's screaming, you need to get your masks on, boys, this is undoubtedly what he meant.
Right. And it's like I mentioned to you, I don't know, a few nights ago, and I think you pulled it up, the link for the KKK Act from 1871, which as most people know it as 42 USC 1983. But originally it started here with the KKK Act because the local law enforcement were not just Klans people, but the ones that weren't were looking the other way. They were giving them a pass. They were saying, I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. Just like you guys probably witnessed on multiple live feeds Tuesday from all the different people that were streaming. There, all these crimes and threats. And then everybody's like, hey, did you guys hear that? Did you see that? And the officer's like, I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything.
And these officers move around as well, as Noli D points out. Ken Miller, who retired in 2014 as Greensboro's police chief, to take the same job in Greenville. They're just going to move around. Trichometrist says magma. Oh, hey guys, we've got Semper Fi Matt, auditor, in here. Let's get a link to his channel. He was there yesterday. Nice work.
Matt.
Did great job. Almost got arrested for his car breaking down, huh? What a bogus disbursement order. Going back to 14-277.3a, the General Assembly intends to enact a stalking statute that permits the criminal justice system to hold stalkers accountable for a wide range of acts, including communications and conduct. The General Assembly recognizes that stalking includes, but is not limited to, a pattern of following, observing or monitoring the victim, or committing violent or intimidating acts against the victim, regardless of the means. Here we have some definitions. 2 or more acts, including but not limited to acts to which the stalker directly, indirectly, or through third parties by any action, method, device, or means is in the presence of or follows, monitors, observes, surveils, threatens, or communicates to or about a person or interferes with a person's property. Harassment is knowing conduct, including written or printed communications or transmission, blah, 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 blah. All that electronic means. Directed at a specific person that torments, terrorizes, or terrifies that person and that serves no other legitimate purpose. You were clearly terrorized and terrified.
Are you saying, Eric, are you saying that they weren't just going down the road? They weren't just driving down the road? Are you suggesting that those people weren't doing other things, that they had other purposes, that they're just simply driving back and forth through town?
I think that a reasonable trier of fact could find that they were in fact following you with a nefarious purpose.
Yeah.
Substantial. A reasonable person is defined as a reasonable person in the victim's circumstances. So let's not mince any words here. Madison, North Carolina, and their Trump supporters and their God-fearing folk absolutely would kick a blind baby over a bridge because we watched them do it to you. They followed you home. They encouraged other people. They put a monetary bounty on robbing you of that sign. They committed a felony. Even most misdemeanor crimes against a disabled person become felonies.
Right.
And they know that you're blind. They'd like to claim that they don't believe that you're blind, but that's not the standard.
And here's the thing with that. It's actually, there's statutes in basically every state that criminalizes using a white cane if you're not blind. So if the cops actually think I'm not blind, they can arrest me simply for and cite me simply for using my white cane every day. But they don't. Really? Yeah. You just Google white cane laws and you'll pull up statutes for practically any state.
What if I'm doing an exercise? I mean, I'm not sure that particular statute could hold water, but yeah, the point is that you have to be presumed to be blind if you're presenting yourself as a blind person. Yes. And one of the things that I've noticed is that so far you've declined to answer questions on things like that. Your medical conditions are protected under HIPAA.
Right.
You're under no obligation to disclose or prove the veracity of those claims. And that's important too, because people think that you need to just obey. If your dog is a service dog, then provide us with the papers.
Right.
Well, there is no agency that authorizes a service dog. Those papers don't exist, right? So there's nothing to show there.
Just like a press pass.
Yeah, it's just like a press pass. So no, exactly.
So here's the other thing, like the attack Tuesday by Mr. Roy, the little leprechaun guy. There's that group of people that were following me, probably 4 or 5 people that were following me, and he was one of them. And then he kept getting in front of me to, and snickered whenever my cane would hit his foot, and then he'd like move up. I'd go around, and he'd move up and get in front of me and snicker when trying to block my path. And then I turned the corner, and the younger people were like, "I don't think we should follow him because if something happens, like we'll be blamed for it." So they stayed on the corner, and this Roy guy followed me and waited till we got about halfway down the block past the little country store because they have this old timey music. Right after we passed that, he attacked me, and Handy, lieutenant at Madison Police Department, admitted that he was following us 20 yards back. So he saw all the characters in the group. He saw me. He saw the guy probably trying to block my path, Roy. He saw, who stayed at the corner and who rounded the corner. And then even if he's claiming he didn't see the attack itself, he saw what led up to the attack. And then he probably saw Roy running away and me coming back with the ripped up sign. So he absolutely could identify, and he pulled all these people as witnesses and say, okay, we need to identify the one who attacked, but he didn't do that. And the funny thing is, with on the part of the them questioning my vision level, the young people that were witnesses, at least witnesses in part, they're in one breath were saying, oh, he can't see, and then the next thing, they were expecting me to be able to describe the attacker, or no, they're saying that I couldn't. Sorry, they say that I couldn't describe the attacker. It says, well, he's blind, he can't describe the attacker. So it's like it's convenient when it's convenient for them for me to be able to see, then they think I can see. When it would absolutely be able for me to visually identify the suspect, they say, oh, he can't see. And I can auditorily identify him. Absolutely. Like that's because I heard his voice.
Right. And we do voice recognition all the time. And I would think that a person with vision disability would be particularly sensitive to voice recognition. So, this should be a legitimate question for a trier of fact. Right. I think, and I've put on the screen here a picture from a news article. Madison man who reported falling into a hole was arrested and accused of making up the story. Roy Lee Reed Jr. is charged with felony obstruction of justice.
Wow.
And a photograph of Roy Lee Reed Jr., which all of our experts agree is the same guy that took your sign, or took the sign from Jeff. And you're saying that he's the one that took your sign on Tuesday as well.
Yeah. And DC Accuracy relayed that message Tuesday night. He said, hey, Eric Brandt wants to say hi. Hey, somebody on my channel, wants to say hi to you. And so, are you Roy Lee Jr.? And he said, yeah, that's me. So we got him confirming that's who he is, on video.
I confirmed multiple people that day through that exact same tactic where I said, hey, go up to this person in the blue number 13 jersey and say, hey, Kevin, Eric Brandt says hello. and he got really uncomfortable, and ultimately then he started drinking it. He switched from his stance of following PDF. I think he thought PDF was me, and he was like dangerously following him the whole time.
Yeah.
And then once we got him to say, "Hey, Eric Brandt says hello. Hey, Kevin," and he looked at Eric Brandt, and then he's drinking his water. He's pushing around. He's like, passing it off, giggling, waving at the camera, and then he left. Gotcha, motherfucker. Gotcha. And they know it. And you talked about those younger people were like, hey, we shouldn't be doing it. They know what they're doing is wrong. Right. I don't know how you could possibly not know that what was happening there was wrong. And this ridiculous allegation that they can't identify the assailants. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. They certainly can. And then we're almost done with this article, I guess. I hope. Well, no. Well. See, this woman gave us such a fantastic article to analyze. Sunday's protest by the scrolling down. Tuesday, more unrest. Here we go. Oh, this is perfect timing right here. Police officers monitored the scene. Police Chief White said that there were no assaults and one arrest. The name of the arrested man and his charge was not immediately available. What do you mean there were no assaults? I distinctly remember the rednecks telling us on Andy Flincham's live stream that you assaulted your assailant and caused numerous paper cuts. Did I miss something there? I think today went as well as could be expected, White said by nightfall. We had to ask everyone to disperse. No, they didn't have to, right? You don't disperse an entire crowd of demonstrators because of a handful of people that you should be arresting for crimes.
Right.
Yeah. The demonstrators left peacefully. Nelson organized his crew of supporters and a cameraman Tuesday morning at his Tidball Street residence. This woman is continuing to send people to your residence?
Evidently.
And they have the audacity to claim that because I published public information, that somehow that's a threat. Which way do they want it? And I'm not sure that Nelson organized his crew of supporters. I'm pretty sure that these supporters poured into town because you fucking rednecks needed a comeuppance. That's what I think.
Yeah, it was. We had a lot of independent journalists that wanted to cover the story from their particular angle.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Including my eye on you, who's in the chat here. Thank you, my eye on you, for your independent journalism.
Yes.
You can see.
Thank you, my eye on you.
My eye on you. Oh, Hot Rod is in here. I thought I blocked him a long time ago. Moderators, get rid of Hot Rod. Hot Rod's rod ain't so hot. But you can see my eye on you's logo right below Noli D. Please like and subscribe to not to Hot Rod, but to my eye on you. There we are. Yeah, Hot Rod. We got NC Tyrant Hunter. Was he there? Did you guys see NC Tyrant Hunter while you were there?
I think NC Tyrant Hunter was here.
I think NC Tyrant Hunter was there. Wow. I mean, my God, if you saw that video, I couldn't have done it. I mean, all these people that I talked to, they would have cleaned that motherfucker's clock. And you are just amazing. Stunning. The group headed downtown. Nelson with his red-tipped cane and a sign that reads Blue Lives Matter, borrowing from the civil rights refrain, Black Lives Matter. Well,
no.
How does she know that you borrowed that?
Right.
You know,
actually, in response to the people saying Blue Lives Matter.
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah. And it has nothing to do with the phrase Blue Lives Splatter.
Yeah.
Which I'm particular. Never mind. Nelson and other activists who refer to themselves as, quote, authority auditors, live stream and record encounters on social media.
Authority auditors.
Authority on her. I've actually never heard that phrase. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not one for labels anyway, right? Labels is just another skin color.
Yeah.
Typically, now this one really cracked me up. Typically, auditors set up cameras in public venues like post offices or position themselves near entrances to secure facilities such as nuclear power plants.
Typically,
I know of a single incident of a guy, and I wish I could remember. I remember a single instance of a guy, and I would have to go back through records from 2.5 years ago to find it, of a guy that audited a nuclear power plant and got arrested. And as of about 1.5 years ago, he still hadn't received his camera equipment back. They just took his equipment. I don't think they charged him. Oh, News Now Houston did it too. Okay. Okay. So I think it's interesting. Public venues like post offices or position themselves near the entrances to secure facilities such as nuclear plants. Are there any nuclear plants in North Carolina?
I don't know.
I know they're in South Carolina.
Probably.
In fact, I was trained on one in Ladson, South Carolina. I thought that was really interesting that she would add. I mean, it's the spin, right?
Right.
Such as nuclear plants.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, Nelson posted a video of an encounter with human resource staffer at Raleigh City Hall, where Nelson was asked to explain his presence in the lobby and refused. For example, well, this statement is charged. That's a charged statement.
It's absolutely false as well.
Yeah, it's suggesting that it's unlawful to not identify and explain yourself in a public lobby.
But it's just patently false because I told the man I was here to do records requests. Like,
yeah, it's patently false. So, you guys, you can be polite, as polite as you think you need to be. There's the contact information for Susan C. Spear.
It's a liar article.
Yeah.
Noli D has been sitting there patiently. We love you, Noli D. You're doing great there. Noli D has found several other articles. Do you want to maybe share some of your article experience with us? And in the process of this, we're going to show people how to use the Wayback Machine.
Let me find them real quick. I have put them away. Well, okay, I didn't put them away. I had to put them away. So I put them. You did. I wasn't expecting that.
While you're pulling those up, actually, let's go back to our harassment statute. Offenses. A defendant is guilty of stalking if the defendant willfully, on more than one occasion, harasses another person without legal purpose or willfully engages in a course of conduct directed at a specific person without a legal person, and the defendant knows or should know that the harassment or course of conduct would cause a reasonable person to do any of the following: fear for the person's safety or the safety of the person's immediate family or close personal associates. 2, suffer substantial emotional distress by placing that person in fear of death, bodily injury, or continued harassment. And it is a class 1A1 misdemeanor in North Carolina. A defendant who commits the offense of stalking after having been previously convicted of a stalking offense is guilty of a class F felony. And a defendant who commits an offense of stalking where there is a court order in effect prohibiting the conduct commits a class H felony. And I'm not well versed on how crimes are rated and scaled in North Carolina, but I would say that wow, class F felony if you've been previously convicted of stalking. So I think they can stalking.
Yeah.
You know,
we're touching back to Worf's phone call with Mike earlier. Worf was claiming that it wasn't larceny, but we looked up the statute. If you look up GS 1472, this is felony larceny. You're going to go down to B, point B.
Do I have the wrong statute?
Section 14-72. Because, well, while you're looking for it, Worf was claiming that because we had part of the thing, we still have the stick, and we had part of it, so it wasn't even theft. I'm like, okay, hold on. So if you're saying you take part of somebody's car, so I take the tires off your car, that's not theft because you still have the rest of your car? Like,
that's a great argument.
That's ridiculous, right? Like, of course, that's
Yeah.
still theft. But
my
this
goodness.
one, because it was taken directly off Mike's person, that makes it felony larceny. So the larceny, just generally, if the goods have to value more than $1,000 for it to be classified as larceny, so you should go steal something from somebody's house. But if you take it, it's down in point B. Yep, you found it. Go ahead.
The crime of larceny is a felony without regard to the value of the property in question if the larceny is any of the following: from a person. And I don't know what these other violation codes are. I'm not sure, but who needs any more than that?
Right. Exactly. It was very simple. Took it directly from the person. And the claim that because it was only part of it, because the guy only got the sign part and we still had the stick, that it wasn't actually larceny.
What you can do with the stick that you have left?
It's an asinine argument. So yeah, he absolutely stole it from us.
Right. So the idea here, and in Colorado, this would be the crime of robbery. And here's the key right here. Larceny is the taking of something from somebody else, right? Mm-hmm. From the person. When you take something out of someone else's hand, it is an act of violence. It's extreme risk, and it becomes a felony. And it does not matter how much the article is worth.
Right. Right.
It's irrelevant. It could be a single staple.
Sure.
A used staple. If you take it by force, it's a felony.
Mm-hmm.
Did we give you enough time, Noli, to find the other articles? To bring the other articles? Outstanding. You want to talk to us a little bit about what you found?
Okay, well, let's see. There's one that I found that, oh, damn it. Why did it do that? You bastard.
You bastard!
Yes.
Why?
So this one that I found, it says alleged attack on blind bet, likely YouTube stunt. A stunt.
You want to throw that up?
This is the from back in February.
Is it the rhino?
Yeah.
Oh, back in February. Okay.
Oh, that was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just it blows my mind because of look at who attacked you, for God's sakes, and that was just a stunt.
Yeah, can you share your screen? I'd love to see that.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know the 5 hours that I was unconscious was a stunt. The hospital visit where they found bleeding in the brain, that's just a stunt.
Right.
Please note the sarcasm. Just to be clear.
While you're throwing that up there, Bart Conley says, Eric, you're wrong. Even without force, the statute is still a felony. Yeah. So if you take something from another person, that is the very definition of force. So,
right. Yes.
So it's sheer force.
Yes.
And so that does make it the felony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. OED, here we go.
So this one, the first one I pulled up is one from back in February. And it says, two speakers from the floor at the Thursday, February 6th, Guilford County Board of Commissioners meeting made an allegation to the board that Guilford County security officers and other county employees. Now, mind you, these people are off-duty police officers.
One was the rest.
One
were yeah. So Guilford County security is like they are security officers employed by the county to secure county property. And so some of those guys happen to be sworn officers and they work for they're hired out by company police. North Carolina has privatized police as well as police, for municipalities. So they hired out of this company based out of Winston-Salem and they have several of those people posted at their locations so they can enact arrests because security officers, are afraid to do that.
Now it says here that they were trying to, the employees were trying to protect other patrons' private health information, but I didn't see anybody up at the windows other than you the entire time that you were there.
Right.
And why would private health information be in the lobby?
Exactly. That makes no sense to me at all.
Right.
And did they ever release all the footage and whatnot, or did they say no, screw you?
I put up what we have.
Okay, so then they didn't give you anything from over at the magistrate's office or anything, huh?
Right. So they wouldn't give magistrate's office stuff. They wouldn't give stuff from the jail or outside the jail where they just dumped me on the ground, unresponsive. And that's how the EMTs found us. So I'm assuming they just dumped me on the ground. We don't know because we don't have video of it.
You don't remember it?
The only video she got was security of inside the health department and outside, in the courtyard. I think maybe some in the walkways of the courthouse.
Yeah, just in that entryway. And that video footage was in slow motion and missing like 10 minutes of footage that was like cut out different places. So I don't know what was cut, but it's not there.
Yeah.
So
no body cams. They didn't release.
Yeah.
And none of that.
That's complete bullshit.
Hmm.
But they go in. They're talking about how many subscribers you have and just weird. The way that they go on about this crap. I mean, in all of these, even the ones from this week, they're asinine.
They're
beyond
totally
asinine.
biased. It's crap journalism. This one is.
Well, it's one thing to have a bias. It's another thing to flat out fucking lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To lie.
Yeah.
To flat out lie.
To just flat out lie. I mean, that's horseshit. That's not a bias. That's just being a liar face fat mouth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True.
And it's extremely, extremely frustrating. Oh my god, the video sounded like Johnny Knoxville from Jackass.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
said
So
that?
one county official who did not want his name used said that the charges were completely baseless and said the veteran didn't even want to give his name. He thinks he's the whistleblower and is mad that his name is known. The county official said he runs a YouTube channel and gets paid for clicks. He tries to get arrested and dramatizes his arrests. The video sounds like Johnny Knoxville from Jackass. Jackass is a YouTube channel. Yeah. And so, and this is by Scott Yost.
Yeah, I met him briefly.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I think I even gave that guy our contact card, like a business card, or at least how to contact us, and he never reached out at all for any kind of interview or comment, like unless he like sent an email to the wrong address or something. So I don't know what he did on his end, but we never received any sort of communication from him prior to him posting that, except for him leaning over in that city council, whatever it was, meeting that I was at. And,
County commission.
yeah, like in the meeting and talking to me for 30 seconds or something.
Is this the one that you read already?
I can't see it anymore.
Just a second. Oh, son of a bitch! I just closed it.
You're air muted, Eric.
Here we go. I'm back.
Hi.
I had to duck out to the necessarium. And I also have, since I'm coming down with a cold, I thought I'd drink some orange juice. And I think orange juice plus bubbly makes a mimosa.
Hey. 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock.
Somewhere.
Is it still a mimosa if it's squirt instead of champagne? I don't know.
It's whatever you want it to be.
You can pretend it is. It's fine.
I can I can make anything up. I'm a journalist.
Apparently,
right? Apparently, it's totally all right.
If we're wanting more commentary, I know Jay from Luck Foyers was wanting to chime in, so I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I can reach
Look
out
at this
to him.
gun in this picture right here.
Oh, let me add that. Oh, there we go.
You're muted. You're not muted.
Eric, did you hear me?
Yeah, I did. And I have court at 1 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock now.
Okay.
Just so you know, and I wouldn't mind some commentary on. He's got some really important commentary, but I don't think I can engender it for this particular stream, only because of time constraints, and it would message drift this particular. Like me, yeah, like I'm not guilty of message drift, but I really wanted to take a look at some of these articles that Noli's finding. Now, Noli, you found some articles that aren't there anymore, didn't you?
Yes, they took them down. I don't know what the hell they even entailed, but they were from this week.
Yeah, you want to throw up the screen that you show us where you found the articles and then what happened when you clicked on it, because I do want to use an important tool called the Wayback Machine, which I learned about from Brian Loma.
Nice. Let me look for.
So let's see.
The updated.
While she's pulling that up, I'd like to say something. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you, Jeff.
Hey, how you doing, Blind Justice, Mrs. Justice, Noli D? Great to see you guys. If I sound funny, it's because I've been doing a lot of screaming here lately. I just want to say what an amazing job Eric Brand has done by putting all this information out there. I really love you, Eric, and it was a pleasure working with everybody that was involved. And I can't name them all because I'll probably forget a few. They know who they are. I just wanted to say that really, and I'll stand back and mute myself.
You can't name Michael Nelson because nobody by the name of Michael Nelson has taken claim of the title. How about that?
Right. Yeah, that's one name I can't say. Absolutely.
Yeah, one of the things that we've noticed here while Noli's scrolling through these, and we're kind of seeing the thought process and the how this goes. Sometimes journalists will take down their article. We saw that with CBS 4 News 2 years ago last week when they did an article on Occupy Denver boycotting the Corner Bakery, and then the Downtown Denver Business Partnership and the Denver police made them take the article down. So fortunately, we saved it.
The quote, probably the biggest news source that was out there Tuesday was a guy from, I think it's News 2 WFMY. I think they're based out of Greensboro, and I don't know if there's anything that they've published yet.
News 2 FM2.
It's News 2 WFMY.
Yeah, I'm not even finding the one that showed up as, missing or they took it down or whatever.
They may be getting pressure from whatever to not give you any attention.
Well, we get that actually, and I'm not seeing anything. I see an article about blind horses.
Yeah, if it's a super right wing station, they may not want to show their base terrorizing a blind man.
They may not. They may, yeah, exactly. Which is, of course, what they do. You covered the rhino article, right? While I was running to the loo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me show you guys how. What's an article there, Noli, that you thought was a good one that we might want to show people how to preserve?
Oh, hell, any of them. They're all really good. I really like that one from back in February, to be honest with you.
Let me go to that one here.
Hey, there's one from Aberdeen.
Oh, there is?
You just can't stay out of the damn news, can you?
Yeah, there's a news article. If you type in from Aberdeen, there's a news article. It's Aberdeen.
It's missing. Yeah, hold on. Let me share my screen, Noli. Hold on.
The city of Aberdeen and the DOJ.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, he found one.
That is a really good one.
This one right here. Leave our town 2 days ago. Locals tell YouTube activist Blind Justice. Sorry, the page you're looking for cannot be found.
Now she did.
Yeah. Okay. So cool. You did find it.
Now that Susie Spear, the one who works for the Rockingham Now news thing, that feeds into the Winston-Salem Journal, the News and Record, and like it feeds into a couple different ones. And then, but after she posted her first one, she did an update, and so her first one disappeared.
Oh, is that what happened here?
Mm-hmm. I think so. That's what I noticed the other day.
So she fed into this one, etc.
I believe that's one of the ones that it feeds into. I can double check, but.
Noli, do you want to throw one up? Oh, you took your screen down already.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Look at all them tabs Eric's got open on the bottom down there. What?
So actually,
mine would not run at all with all those tabs open.
Confession here. That's nothing.
Yeah.
I'd tab that.
Right.
Where are we going? Taking us on the journey.
Hey, Eric, I wanted to talk about that Jeff.
Oh, wow.
That Jeff sandwich a little bit too.
He's got 1, 2, 3 computer screens and another computer screen above it. Oh no, I'm gesturing.
I would have 5 if I didn't accidentally collide my monitor with the hard drive.
Oh wow!
It happens. What'd you say there, Jeff?
I said I wanted to say something about that Jeff sandwich, and I wanted to know when that's happening. But can you confirm or deny that allegation that you wanted a Jeff sandwich? No?
Jeff, this is a kid-friendly program, and I don't want to hear that fucking shit here.
Kid-friendly program. When did that happen?
I just thought I'd throw a little humor in here, man. That's what I do. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Let's try and find an article here. There's that same article. I did want to see. So we have these articles that disappear, and they're important, and that is one of the things I wanted to say here about this. So I think that even though it looks like it's going to be the same article, I know that one's not.
There's a Noli. How's the changes in Aberdeen as far as ADA compliance go? Because there's another article you can pull up from the DOJ taking the city of Aberdeen to task over the ADA complaints we put in a couple of years ago.
Dude, I don't understand how come they haven't been fined yet.
Yeah,
really?
They're still not fixing stuff.
They don't give a shit. They truly don't give a shit.
No, they don't. So here is this article in the Daily World. There is there's a picture of he who shall remain naked, with a white cane, standing with some police officers who look like they're about to go hands on.
I think one of those is the chief of police. Yeah.
Blind Justice escorted out of meeting by police in latest free speech test. This article right here, right? Oh, there's a video. How long is the video?
It's not very.
Oh, it's not very long.
No. That's funny.
Yeah, that new mayor doesn't want nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Let's go. Please don't mention. Let's go. Then move. Let's go. I don't know.
Oh my God, they're picking up your things.
Report various entities.
Oh my God, what are they doing here?
Let's go. I can't believe you're pushing it this far.
He's like trying to wrestle your camera out of your hand. I don't know how that's relevant to you leaving.
Yes, I would like to put it on.
Is this a body cam footage?
No.
We're in the room. Yeah, we don't want anybody to see us lynch a blind man.
Well, that's actually protocol is for Robert's Rules of Order. If you deem something out of order,
A disturbance.
a disturbance, you clear the room. You don't try to remove the disturbance. You just clear the chambers.
Yeah, everybody leaves.
It's like literally in their books.
Yeah, and there wasn't he wasn't a disturbance. But.
So here's an article that we might not want to lose. So I want to teach you guys about an important tool, because we learned from Madison is that these people, these perpetrators, will take down their incriminating evidence. and news articles are certainly no different. So if you go and type in Google, and I like to just kind of show my process here because it's easy for me to remember it. And if you don't remember the exact thing, then it can get you there. So I'll go to Google here, and I'm going to type in Wayback Machine. It's easy to remember, Wayback Machine. I would like all the people in the chat to type the words Wayback Machine in the chat to help us all remember the exercise. Wouldn't that be great if there were 408 statements of Wayback Machine? I would die hysterically laughing. Which means, douchebags, I would die, which is what you want. So you too need to participate. We see here archive.org is the Internet Archive, the Wayback Machine. We're going to click on that. Come on, Mrs. Justice is the only one. All right, there we go. There we go. Come on, Wayback Machine, Wayback Machine.
Got to get it going.
Until there are 408 Wayback Machines.
I got it, man.
So the Wayback Machine has this URL bar right up here at the top.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this article link from this Daily World article that I want to archive, and I'm going to come back here and I'm going to paste it in here. And I'm going to say browse history. And it's going to come back. Either it has versions of this page saved or it doesn't. Let's see what it says. So, this page has been saved 3 times between February 6th and July 19th. And so it shows us here on a timeline where it has these articles saved. So you can go back and look at previously saved versions.
Oh, wow.
Or you can save your own version. Yeah. So here's a map. We've got February 6th. Somebody saved it. February 9th, somebody saved it. And then on July 9th, somebody saved it. So this article has already been saved. I don't know if there's been any changes, but you can save. So this one's already been saved, and you can choose which version you want to go look at.
That is nice. Wow.
It'll pull up this archive, I believe. Here. This is actually the first time that I've ever found one that was already saved.
Huh.
And it does take a little bit of time. I'm sorry, but this is an important exercise to use the Wayback Machine. Wayback Machine for the win, says Lady Bird. That's right. Oh, wow. That's funny. So, guys, I wonder if YouTube will now report that Wayback Machine is trending. At this speed, it's not trending. Oh, my goodness. What am I about to just die of boredom here? Come on.
Would that be because you got 45 tabs open, maybe? I don't know.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But that one's 3 of them because there's 3 windows open. It might have something to do with that.
Right.
Okay, what a terrible demonstration. This happens all the time on live, doesn't it? But
well, maybe Jeff can entertain the audience with his rendition of a special song that he sang last year.
Oh, wow, right.
Oh, there we go. Jeff, you were
saved.
You were saved. It came up. Here it is.
There you go.
And you can compare versions, but it's really important because I am just a man. I'm not a machine. And so what I found out with this Madison, North Carolina work is that that it was a team effort. Noli D was sending me stuff. Luck Flyers was sending me stuff. I'm going to miss a lot of names, but I'm going to tell you that I have oodles and oodles of emails and information. People that I will not even name have gone in to get some public records for me. And it's not for me. It's for the cause, right? This isn't about me. This is about us. This is a story about us. We are us. Okay, so this is a tool. This Wayback Machine is a tool. When you see an article about an activist, it's really super important that you take it and put it in the Wayback Machine.
Oh, hey, did you happen to see that that Red Fawn is out and she is in what do you call it? Halfway House?
Yeah, maybe we can find an article about Red Fawn and archive that one.
It's like they're keeping it a huge secret or something that she's been released from prison. It's weird.
So Red Fawn's cousin was just shot by the Denver police. It's the second cousin of hers that's been killed by the Denver police in 4 years. So here is Red Fawn Phallus to be released after 57 months. Here's an article in Indian Country Today. There's Red Fawn. She's an American hero. She's a native.
Yes,
she is a humanity hero. So let's go ahead and see if this article is in the Wayback Machine. So we go to the Wayback Machine, and here we throw in. Yes, of course this has been in there. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise me at all if Brian Loma did it. They've already archived this several times. Let's find one that might not have been archived. Here, I'll throw one of mine up there because I'm sure mine haven't been archived.
I'm still up here, guys. He's just got me covered up by this thing over here.
Oh, not showing. Well, how about that? Hey,
there you
go. Here's one, for example: sidewalk chalker and sex criminal cop who busted him get the same sentence. This is the cop that got 90 days for raping a woman in the back of his patrol car, and I got, of course, 90 days for chalking a sidewalk. So here's the article, and you can see here that they've got lots of articles about Eric Brandt, but let's see if this article is in the Wayback Machine.
Blind Justice was putting some chalk down, and we had a woman come out behind him and pour water on it, and actually poured water on his leg as he was putting chalk down.
Oh, that happened to me. I had scalding. So look at this. Somebody has saved. There are 3 times that this has been. So you guys, people are using the Wayback Machine. And then if you lose an article, then you can go back and get it back. Golly. That's interesting. Here's where this cop threatened to break all my fingers. And I actually won against him. So I ended up getting a lawsuit settlement out of that ordeal. Let's see if that's in the Wayback Machine. This is actually kind of great that the Wayback Machine is in fact being used. Oh my goodness. There's 22 versions of this one. You guys, I'm not finding an article that's not been saved. Here, nobody cares about COVID at CU Boulder. That one's not been saved for sure. Wrong. It's been saved too. So you guys, the Wayback Machine is a really good place to save the. I can't believe. Oh. Wow. I can't believe all these articles are like already saved. Like seriously, I never see this, and it is every one of them that we've done today. Let's see if this guy is. For the purpose of our exercise, we're not too terribly concerned about the article itself. Yes, that was for fuck's sake.
Hey, Eric, try Aberdeen, Washington, and the DOJ. Try that article.
So let me get this while you're looking for it. Anybody can put anything, article in the Wayback Machine. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's
Wow.
100% correct.
And it saves it like forever? Or, I mean, it don't ever go away?
It's not run by any government that I'm aware of, and so I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't go for as long as their site is still there. Here's an article that's DOJ and City of Aberdeen, Washington resolve complaints and investigation regarding Americans with Disabilities Act. Let's see if that's in the Wayback Machine. This page is available on the web, but you can see right here it says, do you want to help make Wayback Machine more complete? Do you want to save this URL in the Wayback Machine? And we do. So we're going to click save. And this process takes a while, especially news sites because they're so bloated. And it says, save the page? Yes. So it's a pretty easy process, just a couple of clicks. And you can see it's going through. Here's the log of the chunks that it's saving. It's downloaded 126 elements so far, 168 elements. This is just a log of what it's been able to capture from this. So it may take a few moments for a page to get saved. Like I said, news pages in particular have so much advertising and pop-ups, blah, 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 blah. 262 elements are saved, and it's the first archive that was made. It's done, and you can view the saved page here. This is also a great tool, by the way, if you have, here we go. If you have a page that you have to subscribe to in order to get to read it, right? It'll let you see like this much of the article, and then it has a pop-up. And if you want to read more, you have to pay. Or Denver Post is good for that. You got to pay to subscribe. And I mean, it's not very much, but it's still like principally irritating. I mean, we should pay for good journalism, but nobody does. So anyway, if you want to read the page that you can't read because it covers that shit up, you throw it in the Wayback Machine and then go read the archive that you saved in the Wayback Machine. And that is a good way to get around that. So this is a great tool. It's an important tool. Blind Justice, whoever you are, you definitely made a splash in Madison, North Carolina, and they belly flopped.
No doubt.
No doubt. The belly flop continues. I do have to sort of get ready for court. I'm in Adams County today, and I don't have a link for that yet. Oh, look at this. This right there. There you go. It popped up that I need to subscribe to News from Aberdeen, right? So that even the pop-ups here are showing, but I can still read the article because it's in the Wayback Machine. There we have a little example that popped up there. I don't think.
Are you broadcasting your court?
Oh no.
A lot of people's wanting you to check the time and make sure you're not late for your court date.
Yeah, it's at 12:30, so I have a half an hour, and I am going to email my lawyer and tell her that I don't have the link for it. So what happens is because my allegations are against judges, they've brought in visiting judges for my cases. So because the visiting judges don't have their own courtroom, they end up in whatever courtroom is available that day. So we never know until right before the hearing where I'm going to be. Courtroom link, please. This could be an interesting hearing. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I do know that it could have some interesting law come out. So we won't be making it; it's just would be presented. I wanted to sort of end the show today with a letter, some communication that was sent to me by family members. Oh, look at Noli; she's excited. Honey, you need to curb your enthusiasm. You're on live television. And
I can't help it. I'm so excited.
Right. I'm excited.
So-
I got to see Noli D today. That's my highlight.
She's always got her little avatar. It's such a pleasure to see her face, darling.
Absolutely.
I got some communication from some of Andy's family members, and I'm not going to share. Look, she ran away. Where'd she go? Oh, yes. This guy. Well, let me just say that I was inspired by this communication. I think there may be some hope out here. And so I'm going to read parts of what was sent to me, and then I'm going to read my response. And what I'm not going to do is identify the family member that communicated with me. I don't want to do that. I want to engender some good communication. But here are some of the highlights. Hi, I'm asking you to kindly stop harassing Andy Flincham. I'm not harassing Andy Flincham, but I'll get to that. He truly believes bad cops should pay for their actions. However, with the recent events and threats made, I think it's time that we settle down on him. I'm nothing special, and I have no dog in this fight. Actually, he does have a dog in this fight. So factually, that's an incorrect statement. There are several reasons why he does, other than just being family. Those are dogs in the fight, but that's neither here nor there on that. It says a difference of opinions should be no reason to warrant such violence. I'm not sure what violence he's talking about. I'm pretty sure that I didn't stalk a blind man down the street with 20 vehicles rolling coal on him the whole way while putting a financial bounty on his sign. So I'm not sure what violence he's talking about. As you yourself know, we are all capable of having our own opinions and do so. I do not think you will be hearing from Andy anymore. Thank you and keep up the good work. Have a blessed day.
Read the response. Read the response. Come on.
You want me to read the response?
Please.
Okay, I'll read the response.
Okay.
My response to this international man of mystery is, and those of you that know Andy Flincham, this is an invitation for him to contact me. I'll give you my contact information in advance of me reading the response, because I am sincere in this statement that I say in here. My telephone number is 207-370-4571, and anything that he says to me will be held in the strictest journalistic privilege, because I want to engender the dialogue. And I, they would never put me on the stand to testify anyway, because I would have to tell the DA, I'm sorry, I forgot what you told me I was supposed to say. I'm sorry, I burned my brain out on drugs, and I really don't remember what you paid me to do. You probably should have paid me before I testified. Am I still going to get my dope bag? So they would never put me on the stand. So you can pretty much tell me anything you want. It would be a disaster. So if you tell me something is in confidence, it's in confidence. Andrew Flincham stalked, threatened, and terrorized a blind man. And I capitalized, a blind man! It was every bit a modern lynching. I wish I had a teleprompter right here. Maybe I do have a teleprompter. Oh, yeah. Okay. It was every bit a modern lynching. He took hundreds of people in an angry mob directly to that man's house. He terrorized that father and his family. He fostered it. He encouraged it. He promoted it. He was proud of it. He threatened social services, which is your family. He was all the while touting it's just public record, and we just trying to welcome someone to our community who doesn't fit in. I never threatened anyone. It didn't happen. I don't know who said that I did, but I didn't do anything but investigate public information. I am not harassing him either. He is, in my opinion, a disgusting, filthy ball of slime and a suspect in felony activities. This is an outrageous story of great public concern. I have the right to investigate him and publish whatever I might manage to dig up. And I have several additional stories queued up to publish over the coming days. I am not convinced that my story on Mr. Flincham is complete yet, and I intend to continue my research and publication. If Andy doesn't like it, then he might consider three things. 1, clean up his own house before throwing stones at Mr. Nelson's, if that's who you are. 2, reach out to Mr. Nelson, if that's who you are, and apologize to him for terrorizing him and his family. And 3, contact me and get a compelling reason to publish a different story. Because as of now, all that I have uncovered looks just as bad, if not worse, than what I have already published. My phone number is public. If he wants to have a discussion off the record, he can call me. What he tells me in confidence will be held in the strictest journalistic privilege. Until and unless that happens, I will continue to pursue my story. The modern lynch mob is alive and well in Madison, North Carolina. It's not harassment. It's just great journalism. Sincerely, Eric Brandt, 207-370-4571. And Andy, my message to you is that if you do reach out to me, I give you my word that whatever you tell me in confidence will be held in confidence. If you're truly sincere, then help me tell that story.
Bravo.
Now, thank you. Jeff, I believe that you owe us a song.
That's not happening. Cause if Blind Justice will join me, I'll sing it. You ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hang on. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ole, 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 ole. Happy Father's Day.
The cops.
Oh,
there you go. Shit is fucked up and stuff. Shit is fucked up and stuff. There you go. Little bonus. Right.
Talk amongst yourselves.
right. But I had to also. Hey, I had a good time singing that song, man. It made me feel good. It gave me the courage and the stamina, right? Because I had to have a lot. Because I'm in pain all day, every day. To stand out there, man, and it was a fucking pleasure. I would do it again, many more times.
Thank you, Eric, for being our muse.
You're very welcome. That was my pleasure, and I would certainly do it again and again. I have received an email back from my attorney. So I do have what we believe is going to be the link for my court today. So let me while I'm opening this. Really? How come I can't open it in here? I might have to copy and paste from here. And also, by the way, for those of you that do call my number, that is a Google Voice number. I use that to screen calls. So the right procedure would be to text me first to that number or leave me a voice message and I can get back to you. That's how I manage that. So this is a WebEx link. For some reason, that email won't open.
Everybody said I was terrible, man. Oh, wow. It's all good.
No, who said you were terrible? Strike them.
They're fucking idiots.
There was a couple in there saying that don't do that again. I think they were just playing that. Maybe, I don't know.
They better be just playing, or I'll moidalize them. So this was sent to me in email format, and I normally have an EML reader, but I had to restart my machine a while ago. So open EML files.
Again, I'm just here. I'm just glad I got to see Noli D. Woohoo, man! Right on. Blind Justice left. I guess he didn't like the song either. No, I'm kidding. That was a joke.
You done ran him out
here.
He's back.
David Bourne said he'd pay for that not to happen again. Can I put my PayPal in the link? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, he said he'd pay you? I think Otto the Watchdog. So let's get Otto's PayPal in there. And anybody that doesn't want to hear NC Tyrant Hunter sing that song again, you can make your donation of just $200 or more.
Wow, just 200, huh? Oh wow.
I lost my ears, guys. My battery died.
Your battery's died. I gotta figure out how to open this EML file. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I used to have a tool to open it. Maybe I can maybe there's an online one. Yeah, here we go. EML Viewer Pro. I don't want the Pro version. That's what it was, EML Viewer. Sorry. I'll get this up here. It's complicated page to just screenshot it. So Microsoft uses its own special program for emails, and
I'm gonna play something while you listening to that.
I've got
please.
balls of steel.
That's a true.
I'm gonna drop out, guys, because I can't hear anything.
Oh, sorry, Loli.
Noli, oh, we love you, Noli. Love you too. Thanks, babe.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Bye, Noli. Love you.
She can't hear.
Hey, man, I was gonna turn my camera on and I hit the wrong freaking button. So, well, she couldn't hear us, so I was gonna blow her some kisses, but I missed out. Don't tell the wife. What?
Off to there, Eric. Appreciate it. Thanks for everything you're doing.
You're very welcome. Thank you for everything you're doing. You guys are wow, just wow, just fucking wow.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready to go back. I'm ready to go back already, man. I was ready this morning. going through some of the videos, you know, trying to get them archived or whatever, and there's a lot. I got a ton of work to do. I know Miss Justice has got. She's like, oh yeah, you know, trying to get names with the, you know, files and whatnot.
Yeah,
a lot of work to do, man.
A lot of work to do. So there we go. I think that I have that in there.
Saturday, the piggies are giving out their pork wieners to kids, so we're gonna go. You know,
I'll be there, man.
Very appropriate. So we're gonna go probably protest that.
I'll be there. I'm making plans to do just that.
All right, man.
So we need more. We need all you guys that and more to come out with us and join us when we go down there for sure.
So I think that this is an accurate link for this. Maybe right there. See if that works, you guys. It is Adams County Courthouse. I'll tell you that I'm not going to broadcast my court appearance, but I will show you that that it did come up for me when I clicked on that link that I just posted in there.
So is that the link we can watch?
You should be able to click on the link that I posted in the comments.
Okay.
You guys want to try that while I'm still live? I'm not going to join the meeting from here because I don't want to get,
right.
you know, I can't get away with the same things that other people might be able to get away with.
Well, give me a WebEx. What the hell is that?
Yeah, so it's WebEx is the application that Adams County Court is using.
Okay, you got to download that. Yeah. All right.
You can open it in the browser too, as far as I am aware. So there's the link. I am going to end this stream. Again, it is Adams County, Colorado. And
all right.
also joined by phone. Here is a joined by phone information.
Right on.
I've got to go to the restroom and get ready for court, so I'm going to have to end this stream. But I want to thank everybody again for being there today. Have a great day.
Thank you, Eric. I really appreciate you, man. I really do. And
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on that. I'm still waiting on that Jeff sandwich. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that Jeff sandwich in a little private.
Right. All right, here we go. I'm out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff.
Oh, he left. All right, good shit. Thank you, Citizen Slave. Thank you, Lady Bird. North Chester County News. Bruce from down there. I saw you pop in there, Bruce. I try to limit the. I can only handle so much distraction. I'm sorry I couldn't bring you into the panel today, but we'll try maybe another time. Noli was looking fantastic. Absolutely. What's up, Desert Goat? I saw you in there as well. Legalize Freedom, Semperfi Matt Auditor. Subscribe to Semperfi Matt Auditor. Saw all kinds of you guys in here today. Thank you very much. And remember, we still need to know the identity of Quiver-Lip. Go to Luck Fires Institute to get a better picture of Quiver-Lip. Weed the people. Thank you, Cherie. Bayou Bandit, unknown. Requesting a meeting number. Here's the number. Sorry. Here's the meeting number. Oh, wow. That comment came out kind of big. There you go. There's the meeting number. There we go. Lacey R says she's waiting to be allowed in. What's up, one hot gal? Have a great rest of the day. Pinky in the Brain Rants. Good vibes back to you. Thank you, Patrick Belmar. Link is asking for a meeting number. The meeting number is right there. So I will mute my. There we go. I'll leave the comments running so you guys can get into the court if you would like to join. It is a WebEx meeting. Again, the meeting is that. Here is the that didn't work right. There you go. There's the link and the meeting number. Should work for you. See you guys in there maybe.